Good afternoon, team. My name is Miranda Gonzalez, and I have created a presentation to discuss some of the expectations and things that we can expect during our next meeting with the business in Mexico. Our firm meets Mexico, a guide to international business meetings. Mexico is a high context culture. This means that Mexico values the conversation based on more than what is implicitly stated. That means we must present ourselves with comfortable body language and give them more to gain from what we are saying. In American culture, we find that we have to be very explicit about our language and the way we say things. However, in Mexican culture, they take in all of the surrounding natures of our behavior while we speak. Therefore, make sure you seem comfortable with what you're saying, sure of what the next part coming, and also display comfortable body language around them. This means that Mexican people usually tend to communicate in comfortable settings about 1 foot away and at a stronger eye contact than Americans typically do at a 3 to 4 foot distance and a little bit less of a present eye contact. The collectivist culture of Mexico. Mexico values working in teams and making sure that the collective good of the company comes before the individualistic good. Mexican businesses do not expect a meeting to go one way just with one individual and expect it to go a different way for another individual. The general expectation is that the entire group understands what the business is gaining and that the entire group is happy with what they've heard, not so much making the pleases to one person and the displeases to another. High power distance in Mexico ranges from them expecting a leader to be in position and that leader to be respected by everyone in their group, along with the following business. This basically implies that Mexico really does expect there to be a hierarchy when they meet because that is just the way that their businesses run. They don't so much expect equal distribution of power. Instead, they would rather see a face of our business and everyone else follow suit below them in general terms of power distribution. Another thing to keep in mind when meeting with our Mexican clients is that you must be certain and not avoidant. By this, it means that Mexico has a low tolerance for uncertainty and avoidance. They expect us to be sure of everything that we're saying. And if we give any hint of uncertainty on our behalf, it will cause unease within the company and whoever we're meeting with. So we want to make sure that during this meeting, we are 10 toes down on everything we're saying. Therefore, they feel a sense of comfort and a goodwill in believing us and what we say. If you face a conflict, be sure to not be avoidant, as this can raise flags of distrust in us, and that's the last thing we want from our clients. Another thing expected from us is to be punctual. Although the Mexican people are generally more lenient on timeliness and punctuality, it is expected from us as business professionals to present ourselves on time and before the meeting starts, regardless of what they expect as a culture. If anyone is late to the meeting, we should be courteous and welcoming to them, regardless of the circumstance, because we value relationship over punctuality. If there were to be negotiation, disagreements, or problems in the meeting, the one thing we must remember is to remain friendly and assertive, but also keep an open mind and listen to them, as this will be greatly appreciated by the culture. Post-meeting etiquette, make sure that we are doing everything we can to make sure everyone feels comfortable with what was spoken about during the meeting. And if you happen to encounter any issues, once again, remain friendly and assertive, as this will keep relations good. And that is something that the Mexican people value. Relationships is super important. And if you follow up with a post meeting dinner, make sure that you arrange it either at your hotel so that it is charged to our company tab, or make sure that post meeting meal arrangements are made beforehand and paid for immediately after or before the dinner itself. So no concerns are raised about that. If you have any further questions, please feel free to let me know. And I hope this meeting was helpful to you. Thank you.